This would be a wet shaving video, except them fools stung me up good. Hello there, everybody in the shaving brethren. I hope you're well. Yesterday about this time I was not well. Trying to clean out between my garden beds, and I had basically some side rail, like chicken wire or fence that I put around them in panels, so they're surrounded by wood, sitting in between my two garden beds. I needed to get in there and mow, so I went to pull out those 3 panels, and the next thing I knew, I saw a brown swarm of wasps coming towards me, right in my face, just a big brown cloud. I immediately started just trying to pull wasp off my face whilst doing a 180 and running through the yard, sounding something like a 4-year-old, maybe 2. It was freaking me out because I was like, how many bites do I have on my face? I don't know. I rolled in a picture of what I looked like on the way to the doctor's office, one of those little convenient care medical places, because I looked up on the iPhone. It said if you had multiple stings to the face and you had any swelling, go to the doctor. So I did. I'll have to show you the picture. I had some pretty significant swelling on my lip, as you can see. But then this mark was not on my face before, nor were these 2 spots on my nose, nor was this place right there. And there were a couple more over here that have kind of dissipated and you can't see. And I think there was one right there too. Basically, we counted at least 7 stings on my face. And my lip did swell up pretty good. But I instantly asked my wife, give me 2 Benadryl, and then I asked her to give me 2 more. So I took 100 milligrams of Benadryl, and I think that probably helped the swelling. But I went there to the doctor, gave me a shot of steroid, and I'm supposed to pick up the other steroid pills to take for the remainder of this week at Walgreens, which would probably be a good idea for me to do first before I do what I'm about to do. But sometimes us men don't make the best decisions, and sometimes when we have the gumption and the courage to go do something, we just have to do it. We can't wait around on going and making another errand. We got to use what we got right now at the house to get the job done. You know what I'm talking about? I have not been stung by wasps before yesterday in probably 20 years. I even have I have a little garden out back. No, I don't have one this year, but in previous years I have. And constantly outside around wasps. They don't sting me. I mean, I can be working on one light on my hand. I can be working in the garden. We've lived at this house now for 12 years, and I've never been stung by anything. Now, about 2 years ago, we had a big wasp nest right as you walked out our back door, sort of underneath our back porch. And of course, I know that theoretically, they're not going to bother you, right? And I would have actually been fine leaving them there, let them just go through their cycle, but the wife wanted them down, right? And I agreed with her, we let the dogs in and out all the time, had to get that down. I went to the vast fount of knowledge that is YouTube, and discovered that you could use a hose end sprayer with some soapy water, a little peppermint oil, tea tree oil, and you could attack those things. I took this hose end sprayer, you attached it into your garden hose, filled it up with dishwashing liquid and some peppermint essential oil. And just for good measure, I threw in insect shield essential oil. So it has citronella, eucalyptus, cedarwood, lemongrass, tea tree, patchouli, and catnip. What the soap does is the soapy water gets into the nooks and crannies of the wasp body and makes it where they can't breathe. And just the end of the sprayer here, there's 3 different heads, and that round one was the one that worked best for me last time. I've got what should be or normally knee brace, fabric knee braces, covering the distance between my pants and my boots. Duluth Trading Company hoodie. Let's go full ridiculous mode here. Balaclava, however the heck you pronounce that. We don't have much calling for these in Tennessee, but I've had this one for a long time.
Yeah, there ain't much calling for a one-legged ninja out there.
Let's just be excessive and go with the pull that over too.
Don't go ninja, nobody don't need ninja.
Yep, there's the drawstrings. Did I mention the heat index today is 104 degrees? I know you real men would go out there without any sort of protective armor on. And I'm sure when some of my neighbors see me out there in this they may alert the authorities. Got my big gigantic brimmed gardening hat on. I know the holes on this are not small enough, but this at least keeps them from coming in full force. Oh, now I do look like a complete idiot. I'm glad I have air conditioning in the house. I get out there, I'm liable to just stroke out. I have at least 3 wasp locations. Another nest right outside. It's sort of similar to what I've referred to before in the patio. I don't know if this is in the shot or not, but there's a smaller nest with just 2 right below on the door. I'm debating whether I want to try to knock them out first or go for the big ones and then come back to that one. I think I'm just going to have to get right up in there and see what happens.
No chance to be trying this at home on your kids or your dogs, okay? And we get them open.
Woo! I do not suggest doing your wasp killing when it's 104-degree heat index dressed for Alaska. Oh my word. Okay, well, I'm tempted because I'm already in the wasp killing business, as it were, to go back out there and try to, attack the other 2. But my sprayer didn't seem to be as forceful as it did last time. In fact, I'm kind of wondering if like my little pump sprayer would be better. But it got the job done. As you saw, they like suffocated, fell off the nest. A couple of them flew into a spider web. Funny, I'd sprayed the small one first, and I thought spraying the 2 small ones. And I actually did that because I had it aimed at the big one, but the sprayer wasn't as strong as I thought it was, so I was closer to the 2 on the door, and I got those, and I was like, oh, they're going to send out their signal, and we got a big nest that's coming after me. But it didn't seem to work that way, and maybe there's a reason they were living not in the big nest, Maybe everybody up there was like, oh, it's those 2. Don't worry about it. I'm tempted to go back out there, but because the sprayer wasn't as forceful as I had remembered, and because that one nest that got me is wedged in an area where, like, they did a good job building it there because it's underneath this little corner piece I built on that gate or fence side, so it's kind of hard to get the spray in there. The other one, it's up on under the eave of the house, or I guess that's the correct terminology, up under the overhang of the house. I guess the eave is all the way at the other end, or is that the gable end? Who knows? I'm trying to sound like I'm a man and know what I'm talking about. In the interest of, first of all, not having a heat stroke, and 2, I have like other real work to do. Not that this ain't work, this is work, but I'm just saying, I got, stuff I get paid to do to get done. And it's really better to attack these, as I've read, I don't know if this is true, but science, at dusk, because that's when all the wasps return to the nest, so you have a maximum kill. I'd be completely fine with just, I don't have to kill all of them, I just want the nest down so that they're not concentrated in one area. I think that's all the wasp killing I'm going to do today, but I'll be back. This is the first shave post-wasp attack. I'm shaving with Captain's Choice Bay Rum. It's my first time using it. I have, for a long time, used the cat o' nine tails from them. This is basically very similar to their Bay Rum scent, along with the Bay Rum Captain's Choice Balm, which I have not used before. You see, I'm still healing up from the wasp attack. I've gone to work 3 days this week pretty scraggly because I was trying to let the face heal up. I'm glad to finally be getting shaved. Okay, oh yeah. Well, this thing is loaded down. That warm lighter feels great. I have missed my shaves this week. Since my last clip you saw of me getting the wasp, I have knocked down 2 more nests. but I have still the one big one that got me to get, and I'm gonna try to get that on video tomorrow and roll it in at the end of this video. It's been, I guess, close to a week, because I had been holding off on a shave for Sunday night, or actually for Monday morning for going to work, and I got attacked by the wasp on Sunday. So pretty sure I went the whole weekend without a shave last week before that. So yeah, it's been almost a week, if not a full week. And so now I gotta head off to work, so I don't have much more time to mess with the lather, but I'm sure that is more than sufficient. Using the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement Ascension Twist Adjustable Double Open Comb Copper version with the Persona Red, and this will be its second use. I'm going to speed through the shave here and then give you my impressions of the Bayrum products. That shave was very creamy, great residual slickness, great scent. Again, it's one of those Bayrums that put the boozy in Bayrum, the boozy note in there. Really like that warm. Speaking of warm, a Cat of Nine Tails from Captain's Choice. This one doesn't, I don't get the heat that other people do. I mean, I do get the heat, but it doesn't, not painful at all. He said that as it started to burn his face. I like that though, that's nice. It's a nice warming sensation. Put a little balm on here and head off to work. Yep, I'd highly recommend all three of those products. Captain's Choice Bayrum soap, the Cat of Nine Tails aftershave, and the balm. Okay, I don't know how well you can see that nest right there. I'll try to isolate it or roll in a pointer or something. But that's it right there, where you see that sort of diagonal piece of wood coming in. That's the one that got me. So my hose end sprayer jug ruptured. I tried to repair it with Gorilla Tape, but I didn't realize the hose was that big. So that's going in the trash. I was about to head to Lowe's to get a new one when I decided to try it on mason jar, and it fits perfectly. So we'll see if that works. Thanks for watching. Bye.